A couple of questions that we get here at Oregon e-bikes regarding batteries. Number one is, how long does it take to charge them?
0 to 100%, right?
Yeah.
Typically dead to full, about 4.5 hours, but
Perfect.
there's 2 chargers. So here is probably the most common, the 4 amp. That's that 4.5 hour mark. There's a smaller one called the compact charger, and that's about 6.5 hours. So you can just plug it in overnight, it'll turn itself off.
Batteries in general, when they're charging, how do I know when it's charging?
So our charge port, right? Just like on the bike, same plug. Only one way to put it in. One quick rule of thumb is you just have this little groove right here. That's the top of the port. And there's only one way to plug it in. Check it out.
Always somewhere on your battery, there's going to be a little indicator of the charge. And then when it's fully charged, this will shut off.
So Amy, I get asked all the time, how long is my battery gonna last?
It's usually 2 questions. Number one is longevity. So the battery itself should last you between 5 and 7 years. It doesn't matter how often you charge it either. And then the second is really a range question. How far can I go on a given battery? And that depends on the battery wattage. There's 750, 625, 500, and 400. And you will get range depending on the wattage that you have.
If I had maybe a 400 and I was a little worried, I could probably get an extra charger, keep it at work, and then just pop the battery out, charge it at the desk.
Perfect. Yeah,
Cool.
Absolutely. These are always removable. You can leave your bike outside, pull your battery out, take it inside, charge it. You'll have plenty of battery for the ride home.
Plus it's warm and cozy and not out in the elements where it doesn't want to be.
Right? Yeah. What are some of the things you need to consider when you're storing these, or temperature?
Well, I know with Bosch, they give you a pretty wide range, but to play it safe, to take care of my investment, I like to keep it above 40 degrees and below 90 or so. It's basically like, if I'm not gonna wear a jacket, I'm gonna treat the battery the same way, or a tank top in that other case. So I pop my battery off and try to keep it outside of there. If you have an unheated garage, the bike will be totally fine, but just pop the battery out, keeps it nice and happy, and just make sure it lasts forever, because we like riding our bikes.
Yes, we do. How about when we travel with these? Should we leave them on the bike, or should we take them off the bike? What's best practices there?
It depends on the bike. So like our recent Muellers, right? So they have a lot of dual battery bikes, and both of those batteries can be upwards of 15 plus pounds. So to load the bike on a rack, depending on the model, I always pop the battery out, saves a bunch of weight, makes the bike a little bit easier to handle. The Bosch system's waterproof. There is a travel plug you can put on there. You can put the battery back on as long as your bike's under the weight, but you can totally pop it off, transport the bike without the battery in there. It's not going to do anything. It's be safe and sound. You guys have any more questions, hit us in the comments below, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time.